Okay, so let's review with the cases, the review of cases. And this one's going to be over the oblique case, right? This is probably going to be the last time I'll talk about the oblique case, but what is the oblique case, right? So what is it? It expresses actions done to an agent, right? Not necessarily actions themselves, but the things that are being done to the agent, right? Indirect object actions, right? And this means like it's the things that are going to, for, with, right, to the agent, or the transference, benefit, and location. Sorry. So those kind of things, right? And we'll see that later on when we talk about how do we construct it and why. Okay. So when do we activate the oblique case? Well, we activate it when situations arise that need that we need to know what's going to happen with the agent doing something with, to, with, or for whoever, right? It has to be a pronoun. Remember, oblique case, we're talking in terms of pronouns. So the pronouns meaning like I, you, he, she, it, right? But in this case, it's more of an object, right? Indirect object actions. So to me, for me, with me, to you, for them, those kind of things. That's when situations arise that we need to use this oblique case. So how do we use this oblique case, right? That's the final thing. And I'll explain to you another thing after this. But how do we use it? And it's easy. It's just expressed in the oblique case pronouns. So if you remember what we talked about with the oblique case pronoun, that list, right? Those are what we're going to be using. So the kanamo, kanimo, kanako, those list of pronouns. So because there's going to be some benefit transference or actions going to, for, with something, think about the sa family of markers, right? The sa family of markers. That's one of the things that can trigger the use of the oblique case, right? And our example is down here. Alang kanamo is the same as para sa inyo. They're both synonymous. They both mean the same thing. One of them is written in this oblique case. So kanamo, remember the ka plus the ergative, our ergative pronouns, the ergative case pronouns. But if you add a ka before them, kanamo, kanimo, kanako, those lists, right? If you add the ka plus that ergative case pronoun together, we get the oblique case, right? And that just means just for me, with me, to me. But in this case, alang kanamo is the plural for the you plural, which means for the sake of you, for you, to you, with you, that kind of definition, right? Which is the same as para sa inyo, right? Now, kanamo written in sa inyo can also be looked at in the oblique case. However, it's just written with that sa. Again, think of that sa family of markers. Sa inyo. Actually, this needs to be specified. So, sa inyo ha, right? Because remember, we're talking about that sa family of markers, and you'll learn in the intermediate series that specifiers will come with this sa preposition, right? So para sa inyo ha, or para sa inyo ha, which specified something else, right? It's optional again, unless it's specifying something, an object. So this is also written in the oblique case, but not necessarily oblique. It's in the oblique case, but written in the ergative case. That's what I want to say. So sa inyo ha, or sa inyo, is written in the ergative case, right? It's written ergatively, but we know this as an oblique setting, just like kanamo. Kanamo is actually more preferred than sa inyo or sa inyo ha. This sounds a lot better because it's in the proper oblique case, right? Its proper case. So why do we even have this case? Well, short and simple, this is just how the language evolved, right? But nowadays, a lot of people are forgetting to use this case. A lot of people are just starting to use this ergative, the ergative setting instead of the oblique case. This sounds a little more, not archaic, but a little more older generation. However, it's still in use. You will see this in literature. You will see this in formal settings. You will see this in news. Just in those kind of general public announcements, right? You will see the oblique case written. But again, you have the option of writing it ergatively. It's just more preferred to write it in the oblique case as it is more fitting and adjusting to the proper oblique case.